Happy Sunday. My name is Amber. Welcome everyone to the call. We're going to start in just a few moments. But while we're waiting, I would love to hear where you guys are from. I'm from Oregon and the weather here is crazy today. It's been raining and then sunshine and then hail, then sunshine again and then rain. But where are you guys from? And thank you, Becca. And what is the weather like for you? I bet we have it like
Hi, Coach Becca. Hi, Heather. Hi, Amy. If you guys can just give us a few seconds as people pop on. Also, if you guys can put your videos on, that'd be great. It helps us interact better so we can engage with you guys. And then I think Amber is going to go ahead and get started.
Yeah, so Keisha and I are co-hosting the call today, and we're super excited to talk all things Prüvit and ketones and what it's like to be a promoter. But if you have somebody that you were planning on hopping on the call, if you want to send out a reminder, we'll wait just a moment or two and then we'll get started.
Sorry, Amber, you're probably like, what the heck is happening? I didn't even see you talking or anything. That's funny. Sorry, guys. Love you.
We are all good here.
Did you cue it to me? Because I didn't hear a thing you said last.
We're just waiting, Keisha. We're waiting for just a few more minutes. Okay. Is your audio not working?
No, it was not.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to play a little game while we're waiting. Can anyone guess what I'm drinking right now? What flavor is it? It is pretty. I love this flavor. One of my favorites. Oh, it was too easy. That's right. It's Berry Enchanted. You can actually get Berry Enchanted right now, 30% off. And if you haven't figured out the deal, if you put 2 boxes of ketones and Mitoplex in your cart, you get it for 30% off. And it's a great deal. But let's talk about some other things. I'm going to introduce myself for a minute, then we'll have Keisha introduce herself. And then we're going to talk about what it's like to be a promoter with Prüvit. Like I said before, my name's Amber. I'm from Oregon. I'm a mom of 6 and life is crazy around here. Most of my kids are raised. I have 2 still at home. They're 17-year-old twin identical boys and they keep me so busy. Right now is basketball season and everything's about basketball right now at our house. I've been drinking ketones now for 18 months and I've been sharing them for about the same amount of time. I first fell in love with the product. I spent a lot of years extremely overweight, tired, miserable, spent a lot of time in bed, found ketones, and I actually found them on social media, started drinking them, and my life just changed. I got so much more energy. The fat loss was incredible. My mood improved. My ability to be a mother it was amazing. And my kids, my husband, everyone noticed the big changes in me and it propelled me into somebody that I had wanted to be for several years. And it was exciting and I wanted to share it. I wanted to tell everybody, I feel like I had found the answer to a problem that I had had for many years. But I was super hesitant to become a promoter. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that as we get into the call. For a few different reasons, but I did it. And I'm so glad I did because I have been able to share this product with thousands of people and impact a lot of lives. This product is legit. I love it. Most of you on this call are probably already drinking it and you probably already feel that way. So I'll let Keisha introduce herself as well. She's co-hosting the call with me today.
Hey guys, I'm Keisha. I'm the one that rapidly interrupted Amber. I live in Vegas and part-time San Diego. We just moved here to Vegas from San Diego. I'm a mom to 2 little kids, a 2 and a 3-year-old. So life is crazy. So I can say I'm very grateful and thankful for the ketones. Just to be a mom in itself has been a game changer. I don't know anything different without ketones being a new mom. And I hear so many horror stories and crazy stories as moms. So I'm very grateful I found them before I had babies. But so I'm just excited to share my journey with you. It's kind of like what Amber said. I was what she said about being skeptical. I was too. I have a background in health and nutrition. I've been in that space for probably 10 plus years. personally, just because I went through my own health challenges years ago and had to take matters in my own hands because the doctors weren't really, I would say they're helping a little bit, but not like to where I needed it to be. And decided to embark this journey through a good friend of mine, but I wasn't into supplements or that kind of thing. I would do it through diet and exercise. So I'm that small percentage in the world that would rather do it through diet and exercise until I found ketones and found out the science behind it and how it all worked. And after the third time of her asking me, tell me more about this stuff, or tell me what you think of this stuff, I'm like, well, I need to know the science. I need to know how it works. And first of all, I need to try it. Got my hands on it, didn't really feel anything the first couple of days. So if you're brand new and you're just kind of exploring and don't feel anything, doesn't mean it doesn't work. Give it time. I think we kind of live in a world of instant gratification where we want the quick fix. So be patient. If it's weight loss, be patient. If it's focus, mental clarity, any of that, just be patient. I felt the energy day 5. And from that day forward, that was in 2017. I haven't looked back a day without ketones. I feel a complete shift in my brain and just how I feel overall. So it's definitely changed that. And so much to where I actually wanted to share it on a bigger level. Cause I know for me, and raise your hand if it's you too, where you have women especially talk about how much weight they gained or how much weight they want to lose and how crappy they feel. That was me. That was my network. And so I was like, oh, I could change a ton of women's life if I just told them about what I'm drinking. And that's been almost 5 years in June. So I've had the privilege to work alongside with Amber and a bunch of other familiar faces on here and really see what the product's done so much that it organically, naturally has done this ripple effect within my community of friends and moms and women. And it's seriously my purpose. And I'm so happy to share this with any of you. And if you have any questions along the way, feel free to put in the chat or reach out to me personally, because it's been one of the most rewarding things that I've ever done. But yeah, so the goal of this call is really just to get a glimpse of that. Like, what does it mean to be a promoter? It can mean many different things, right? I always tell people, if you treat this like a hobby, you'll get paid as a hobby. If you treat it like a business, you'll get paid as a business, right? So the glimpse of being a promoter to me is just knowing what's possible here. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I could barely pay my bills. There were nights where I couldn't sleep because of it. And I was hustling 2 or 3 jobs in California. And I made ends meet, but I still wasn't where I thought I could be, or I didn't even know what was possible in my life. From my past, I've always told that I could only reach a certain level until I found Prüvit and ketones. I have people that believe in me more than I believe in myself, and my family believed in me. And I just have been so blessed and thankful for our community and how powerful it's been for me to be like, wow, I can have that fill in the blank, right? Or I can pay off my debt. After 6 months of working and doing just Prüvit, I was able to pay off all my school loans and debt, which was around 35,000. And I'll never forget that live, because I'm like cutting it up, bawling. And I'm like, I had no idea I could do this. Right. So raise your hand if like someone in your life has like sabotaged you or like made you feel like you couldn't get to that next level, whatever it looks like. And it doesn't have to be financial. It could be a weight loss goal of yours. It could be, just being around a different type of community. I think that our peers are really important to make sure you're around the right peers so you can actually reach that goal, whatever it is, whether it's health or wealth. So for me, the community has been the best part. I feel like it's family. I feel like I finally found people that get me, if that makes sense, men and women. And I feel super blessed to be part of this community.
Awesome, Keisha. I am so thankful for the community as well. I told you a little bit earlier that I was extremely overweight for a lot of years, and I kind of hid from the world. Like, I thought that if they didn't see me, then I wasn't overweight for some reason. I was just ashamed of what I looked like. And I felt bad for my kids to have to say, oh, there's my mom like hiding in the back row because she's embarrassed, because she's so overweight. So I did not socialize for a lot of years. And this journey for me has been rediscovering who I am also. And this community is so full of positive people that support me and provide really good self-development courses that have helped me like rediscover myself, as well as learn how to be around people again. And that's been a slow process for me. Learn how to talk to people, learn like how to be friends with people. And so it's a lot more than just sharing ketones. There's a lot here, and take what you want from the community, or take what you need from the community. Everyone's part of it for a different reason. Everyone has different skill sets and different talents and different needs. And we're all in this together and working together to help other people become the best versions of themselves. And we all have different things to offer. I didn't know that coming in. I thought we were all just sharing ketones, and I'm realizing over the last 18 months that it's so much more than that. And that's what's really exciting to me. So when I joined 18 months ago, we didn't have this really cool thing called the $1 Keto Club that we have right now. And when I first heard about it, I was like, I want to be in the $1 Keto Club. I mean, club means that you're pretty cool, right? Well, we're going to talk about all the details of being in that club. But before we do that, I want to bring on my friend Becca, who has a really cool story on how the business side of Prüvit has impacted her life. Becca's super positive, outgoing, but life hasn't always been easy for her. She's had some struggles. She's had some trials in her life that she's overcome. And you would never know that because she's so positive and upbeat, and she's just fun to be around. So I'll let her tell you kind of her story with Prüvit.
Oh my gosh, I need the tissues. That was you are the sweetest, Amber. And show these ladies some love in the chat. They are absolutely amazing, sharing their stories and coming on here and sharing their time with us. Thank you. I'm Coach Becca, and I am plugging in from New Hampshire, where I live. I've been drinking and sharing ketones since November of 2018, and my story is a little unique, I think. I mean, I didn't have a product story, and I hadn't been drinking the product for an extended period of time prior to saying yes to the opportunity. I had been introduced to ketones in February of 2018, but my background is in fitness and nutrition, and I, like Keisha, was like, there's no way that this stuff does what it says it can do. I was a single mom for 10 years, and I had a fitness business. I was also a professional bodybuilder and coach as well. And so I knew what it took to get into ketosis, and I knew that there was no way a pretty little packet could do all the things it said it could do. But what I did was I watched somebody else's journey. And so if you're on here and you watch somebody else's journey, I was like that also, right? I was a skeptic, but I watched somebody else's journey for 8 or 9 months. And then I continued to work my fitness business. But in November of 2018, around the holidays, people aren't purchasing personal training packages. They're not worried about their nutrition. They're going to eat holiday cookies and going to holiday parties. And they're like, I'll wait till after the new year. Well, my bills do not wait until after the new year. And if you are familiar with the Northeast, it's very cold in November, and there was more money going out than was coming in. And so I ended up, my son and I we went without heat. We ran out of heating fuel in my house, and it was very, very cold. We could see our breath. We had to put our jackets on. And I told him, I don't know how long it's going to be. And so never mind how I was going to provide a Christmas for him or put food on the table. And so it was tough. I was living paycheck to paycheck, wondering, which bills I was going to be able to pay. And heat was not one of them at that time. And so I reached out to my best friend, who also happens to be the person who had their hands on this amazing product and opportunity. And he said, I just was sharing with him the position I was in. And he said, well, there's an opportunity to make money here if you want it, because he loves and cares about me. Right. And so he shared this opportunity so nonchalantly and was like, we can just reach out to as many people and see who would say yes to drinking ketones with you. Right. Come along with me and start this journey with me. And so I didn't have anything to lose. Like, I was in this position of desperation. And so I said, okay, like, what do I have to lose? Tell me what to do. And he was able to share with me some really simple steps that I was able to follow. And because I was coachable, I was able to make 7.5 times the amount of money. I only needed $400 to put in my heating tank, and I made 7.5 times the amount of money that I needed, which provided food and a Christmas for us. And since then, I've been sharing this conversation at a high level. The science is incredible, and I've been able to turn my passion from fitness and helping people get results with fitness and nutrition, and also add in this amazing product and help hundreds of people change their life, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and financially, because this opportunity is there for them as well. And so we've been able to put all of our bills on auto pay. I am a newlywed. We got married in August. My husband was able to leave his full-time job the week of our wedding, and we've been able to, for the last 6 months, travel every single month and be able to enjoy our new life together. And it's just out of this world. The things that come from the community, the friends, the people who encourage you and inspire you and help you to become a better version of yourself. There's nothing like it. And so it's an opportunity that's totally life-changing. And the only thing that I regret is not saying yes sooner. So thanks for having me share, Amber.
Thank you, Becca. Would you say, just a follow-up question, did you feel like you had to have any special skills coming in to being a promoter?
No, the only thing I had to do was be open and willing to do what the person who came before me was instructing or sharing with me to do. That's the only thing I had to do, was be willing to be coachable and led by somebody else.
Okay. And then what about your social media following? Did you have a big social media following when you first signed up?
I had a network because of my fitness business. So I did have a network that I had been building. However, I'll be honest with you, that really doesn't matter anymore, because the fitness almost limited me. Ketones are so amazing that they can help anyone and everyone. And so social media just provides a way for us to reach billions and billions of people who can benefit from ketones.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I love to feel your joy and your smile. It's so contagious, and just watch your journey. It's very inspiring, and I appreciate you being willing to share today. So what is life like as a promoter? I told you earlier that I was hesitant at first to sign up. And one of the reasons why is because I thought it was a sales job. And I don't like sales. I'm uncomfortable in sales transactions. When people ask me to buy something, I always feel like I have to, like, I don't know how to say no. And also, I don't like asking other people for money. So I really had a wall up, and I didn't want to, but I felt like I had something super special and I wanted to share it. And I didn't realize, though, that this isn't a sales conversation. Sharing ketones isn't about sales. In fact, if you are coming into it thinking that it is about sales, then you need to change your mindset, because that's what we don't want you to do, is to be transactional. It's more about sharing your story, helping others start drinking the product, and changing their lives. So if you're able to share your story, talk about the experience you're having drinking ketones, and helping other people start drinking ketones, then you are more than capable of doing this business. And like Becca said, being coachable and being able to listen to your sponsor and doing what they have found to be successful is the key to this journey. So let's move on to Keisha. Do you want to share kind of how you got started with the business?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I love what you guys had to say, Rebecca, too. Like, just like the whole having a fitness network doesn't really define the success of your business. If anything, those are the hardest people to even try to talk to about ketones, because they're pretty strict on what they do every single day. So I found the same that Rebecca did. So it isn't about that. So I love that share for sure. Yeah, I would say for me, like, I wasn't really looking for a side gig or another business. I had a business at the time. I was doing paycheck to paycheck, which was fine in my books at the time. Like I said, I didn't really know the potential that I did have for growth, not just like financially, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So Prüvit has done that times 10 for me. But for the business, when I started sharing the product, it was such an easy share. And I did it in many ways. I did it with people I met randomly that were my Uber drivers, flight attendants. I put a post on social media. I called to my girlfriends, and I was just pretty open about my journey. No different than if I went to see my favorite movie, The Greatest Showman, and just randomly told everyone about it. It's the same thing. Or everyone's asking me where I got my hair done right now. And I'm like, oh, this girl, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just naturally promoting her. That is like what this is. If you want it to be. So I was like, wow, like I have this product that worked for me. Like if I shared this with my network, I wonder what that ripple effect it would have. And then I had my friends starting having experiences on the product. And what I found that I didn't really think that people were looking for, because I wasn't really at that time, money motivated, or I guess I needed money, but it doesn't motivate me. What motivates me is helping people. What I found is that most people needed some type of other income to help pay their bills or help contribute to their family, or some kind of purpose they wanted, right? And I started asking the question, well, have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing to share these, to get yours for free, help other people, or make some extra money? And that question is so valuable in so many ways, because I found that everyone that I asked that to, or most all of those people, said they wanted all three of them, and they mostly wanted to make money. And I'm talking people that maybe they're a stay-at-home mom and their husband's the breadwinner, like he brings in all the money. Those moms wanted some type of purpose other than being a mom. I found friends that had a business and they were just burnt out and didn't want to do that anymore. Or they were working the 9 to 5 and they're sick of answering somebody else and getting paid a limited amount when they can make whatever potential here, based off of their own work ethic and discipline and consistency and whatnot. But I had no idea it was going to turn into a full-time gig pretty fast for me. I just had a enthusiasm and I had excitement around what I was doing, not even knowing the potential of what was going to do for my life. Right. And so I was able to step away from my business within pretty much 3 months of sharing ketones. And the people that told me no, it didn't hold me back from continually to do this, if that makes sense. So I will say, if you are going to share this story or your story in ketones, is the no's they just mean no for not right now, but yes later. All the ones that have told me no are either promoters and customers now. It's just timing in their life. I got approached by this prior 2 years before the girl Jody introduced it to me. And I was in a place in my life where I was an absolute no, don't even approach me about it again. And so just be patient as you're sharing this. There's ways, obviously, to get the product for free, where you refer to get one free. So you get on SmartShip and you refer 2 friends underneath you to get on SmartShip just as a customer. It doesn't mean you have to promote. But what tends to happen is people will get the 2 people and they're like, what happens? I have 3 more people that want to get on SmartShip. I'm like, well, you might want to consider upgrading. Amy shaking her head. Yes, because that was probably you. You might want to consider promoting, because there's ways to actually earn some money along the way. And it could mean $100 extra a month. Maybe that pays your cell phone bill. Maybe that pays some of your gas that month. Maybe that pays, because that's all really what I was looking for, is to pay my bills, put gas in my car, and that was it. And it led to way more than that because of me just simply sharing it. So just remember, when you're sharing it, like I would have a goal. Maybe you want to pay, $100 to your cell phone bill, maybe $100 towards grocery money. And little by little, you chip away at that goal. And eventually it's a bigger goal where I'm at now. And you're like, wow, I had no idea this was possible, but I'm glad I never gave up. And then dream bigger than that. Like, I feel like, raise your hand if someone in your life has like shot down your dreams. Maybe cruises you wanted to take, the big mansion you wanted to have, the fancy Tesla or sports car you wanted, or maybe making 10 grand a month. I never knew what that was like. Why? Because I've only made like less than 2 grand a month my entire life. I'm 35 up until Prüvit. So I never knew the extension of what this could be until I just said yes. And like Rebecca said, I was coachable, leadable, and teachable. I didn't come in wanting to do things my way. I didn't come in and say, you know what, this is going to work better. I just did what they said work, because guess what? I don't have time to reinvent the wheel. I'm not trying to create more work for myself. So so that just dream bigger and know the potential here, and maybe make a vision board for yourself. And if you never do Prüvit, make that vision board for yourself, because there's power in seeing something every single day, whether it's you getting your dream wedding like Rebecca did, and having and these are material things. And it could be maybe you make an extra $200, $500, $1,000 a month to pay to your favorite charity, or to tithe more at church, like whatever that is for you, that can happen. Just lean heavily on the community, lean heavily on this platform, and we'll help you. And that's the one thing I will say that I love the most is when I started this, I didn't have a lot of time. Raise your hand if you don't have a lot of time. Okay. We have systems that work. We have a team that works. Find the people, lock arms with them within the community, and they'll help you. A lot of us on this call, or at least a few of us, are full time. This is what I do. If I'm not put in a position to work for you, then I don't have a job, right? And I want people to win big here, whatever that looks like for them. Like I said, it could be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and or financial. And I just know financially, for the first time in life, to have a savings account for myself and my 2 little kids and have no debt has been one of the most freeing feelings that I've ever experienced. Go ahead, Amber.
Awesome, Keisha. Thank you. For me, it was more of, I've spent so many years just supporting my husband as the sole breadwinner. It's so nice to be able to make money myself. This last year, I paid for my daughter's wedding in cash. And if you've had a child get married, you know that is not cheap. And also, I paid for our family to go to Hawaii, and things that we've never been able to do because we've always not been able to afford them. Like, I feel like I have this like special income now, and I'm able to contribute to our family in a way that I've never been able to. Another thing is being able to drive a car that's paid for as well by the company. And I just never imagined being in a position like this. And like Keisha, I'm not money motivated, so I normally don't talk about these things. It's not something that I am comfortable really even sharing, but I don't know why I felt inspired to share that today. Maybe it's speaking to somebody on this call. But if you are thinking about getting started, there's kind of a good, better, best approach to joining as a promoter. And this is where the Dollar Keto Club plays in. So the good way is to pay a $49 membership fee. All right. And that doesn't give you any inventory. That gives you a business. It gives you a website. It gives you software. It gives you a shipping department. Put in the chat if you're a promoter and what that $49 gives you. What are some of the other things that $49 gives you? It gives you a ton of things. It basically opens your door for business. It gives you like troubleshooting if there's any problems with the product, everything. The company takes care of everything for you for just $49 a year. It's amazing. But if you want to get started with your business, you need to buy a few boxes. This weekend is awesome because we've got the President's Day sale going on, and you can get product at 30% off. What I did personally is I bought 2 boxes of ketones and a Mitoplex, which put me up over the $300 threshold. And then I got 30% off, which put me way back down to like $216. So, I mean, if you want to get in as cheap as possible, that would be a good way to go. The better way to go, though, is to join the Dollar Keto Club for $1 a year, not $49, $1. You get all of those things that I mentioned to run your business. You get access to all the business, and then you get 5 boxes. And you get that. Oh, I don't have the price listed here. Can someone put it in the chat how much that is? It's called the Mini Brand Builder Pack. Oh, I've got it here. It's $497. You get 100 packets of ketones, and you get it for 22% off. So that's the better way, is going with the Mini Brand Builder Pack. So it puts you in for $1 membership. The best way, though, and you want to do this. This is how I got started, and I don't regret it because, and I'll tell you why, and Keisha's going to talk about this too, is with the Max Brand Builder Pack. This is $1 also to join and get your business up and going. and you get the Max Brand Builder Pack for 40% off. You get 10 boxes of ketones, 200 servings. Okay. You get it for $780. But this is the cool part. You get a rank 5 pass for the first year of your business, which means higher commissions, more money. You get double All-Star and you get double Go Fast. And that probably doesn't mean anything to you right now, but talk to the person who invited you to this call and they can kind of go over all that with you. It just means more commission. It breaks down to $3.90 a packet. But what it does is it gives you inventory, a lot of inventory in your hands to get out to people to try ketones. Keisha's going to talk to you about trial packs here in a minute, but the idea is to get your brand builder pack sold as quickly as possible in trial packs. So people are going to be tasting ketones and wanting more. That's what the business is about. That's how you launch your business. So Keisha, if you want to talk about trial packs, that would be great.
Yeah, for sure. So, how many of you freaked out when she was like sell trials, right? So I always think of it as share. So we help with giving you ideas of what to post on social media and, or, ideas of what to, basically message or text or call your friend and say what, because sometimes that can become a little bit intimidating and scary, especially as a brand new person. So we give you like literally scripts of what you could say, ideas of what you can post. And it's pretty simple. With the trials, I always like to tell people, just like for me, my very first post, and you can write this down and you could do it now before even signing up as a promoter, because that's what I did, is I put on my Facebook, hey, Facebook friends, I'm curious, what does everyone know about ketones and ketosis? And I had 80 comments. And out of those 80 people, they all talked about the diet, but they didn't talk about the drink because no one knew about the drink. And no one still really knows about the drink. Like you'd be blown away, like how many conversations I still have 5 years later, people being like, wait, what? There's a drink? Actually, the guy that just came over yesterday, a pest control guy, saw my Tesla, has ketones all over it. And he's like, wait, can you tell me more about this ketone word that's on the side of your Tesla? And I said, oh, do you know about the keto diet? And he's like, yeah, I actually lost 35 pounds on that. I'm like, it's a drink. It actually is like a diet and a drink. It's better. It's easier. And so it reassures me that this still is an unheard of product, and it makes it exciting for brand new people like any of you guys that get on that are like, well, is it oversaturated? What's the competition like? There isn't any. I can tell you that just from 5 years being in. I still get new people all the time interested in what this is. But so we'll help you with the trials and we'll help you resell them. I sell them 5 for $35, 10 for 70. And you basically profit off of that coming in with the sale right now. So you profit like anywhere from 500 to $600, maybe a little less than that if you end up drinking half of the 10 boxes. But it's a great thing. There's no overhead. There's no every month you have to buy a promoter pack. No, I just buy product as I need it. Right now they have the presidential sale, so I might snag some newer flavors, right, for my customers and resell those because they're discounted. So you also profit off those. And I'll probably drink a lot of them myself. But so that's a very easy, simple way of sharing it, is just sharing it in your network. Some of you guys are like, well, I'm not really big on social media. That's okay. Like Amber said, you don't have to have, and Rebecca said, you don't have to have a following. You don't have to have a network. You just have to be willing to share and like your journey with people, offline, online, doesn't matter. What's great about this business is you could do both, or you could do one or the other. Doesn't matter. It still will grow. There's someone in your network that has a following on TikTok or like social media that literally will tell someone who tells someone who tells someone, and it goes crazy. Because that's been my experience, and it's been really rewarding to see that. And honestly, we really just want to be part of something big with a group of people, a community of people that are wanting to change the world one person at a time. And that takes time. I couldn't do it by myself. And it's been such a privilege to see Heather and Amber and Amy and Rebecca and Nick and Lacey, all of you guys, and Sally, all of you guys, we do it together. You're not thrown in the wolves trying to figure it out on your own. Like you literally have hand holding scripts, ideas, everything from the people that work with you. And the only thing that I would say that keeps people, I guess, gets people from not building a business to building a successful business is doing the work, consistency and showing up for yourself, right? As an entrepreneur, it's so hard to be self-disciplined and have the structure, right? So when you lock arms with the community and the team, and there's power hours, or there's things throughout the week that you can plug yourself into. The only way that this will grow is by you showing up to that and learning and growing along the way. Right. And so you'll adapt some of these skills that, you might not have had, right. Or you'll get the confidence that you don't have at the beginning, or the reassurance, and I keep seeing Amy shake her head because she's just going through it right now. And she's seen the last few days we've been doing power hours, and we're hand holding a group of women to show them exactly what we're doing. And it's working in 2 or 3 days. Now, can you imagine 30, 60, 90 days from now where Amy's business is going to be? Rank 6, baby. I'm holding you accountable. But so just know that there's a big vision here, a big community, and some of the most nicest, most loving people I've ever met, all willing to help and see you guys win big here. So did I leave anything out, Amber? So I say just message your friend, your family member. I always tell people, make 2 types of lists. If you want to share this, or if you want to tap into even sharing this before you sign up, you can do that right now. Reach out to the person that invited you, ask them what's a good idea to post, or good post to post on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. What's a story poll that you could put? What's a message you could text your friend? What's a conversation you could call right now to your sister and be like, girl, I just got off this Zoom. I pretty much blanked. Don't know what they were saying, but it all sounds good. And I want to do this. You should do it with me. Like, they're going to feed off that energy and be like, well, what is it? Well, then you literally lean on the person that invited you and say, you know what, let me add my friend Keisha to this text, because I'm still kind of new and learning, and let her answer the question. All I know is I'm excited. I'm going to get the product. I'm going to try it. And I want to bring you on the journey with me. So sometimes I'll never forget, my fiance, Michael, had said, would you rather go and make $1 million and not tell your best friend, or tell your best friend the beginning of the starting of it, and then that friend can make the $1 million alongside with you? It's the same thing with your weight loss journey. Some people are like, well, I want to lose the 60 pounds first. I'm like, that would be like, I would be like, wait, how'd you do it? Why didn't you tell me 6 months ago? I needed to lose 60 pounds too, or whatever it is, right? So bring people on the journey with you with the product, as well as the business side of it. And then make that list of people that that need to lose weight, that need to feel better, that need energy. I mean, that's everyone right now, especially post-COVID stuff. Like, people mentally are not there, right? So this is a brain product. It helps with that. And then also make that list of people that that maybe they complain to you all the time about not having money. Maybe they can't go out to eat because they can't pay for their meal. Maybe they don't have the gas money to put in their gas tank. That was me. So I'm relatable. I'm like, girl, that was me. Yeah, y'all raise your hand. It's relatable. That was me. And if I remember what that was like 5 years ago, and I share that story with that person, they're like, wow, if Keisha can do it, I can do this too. Right. And it's inspired action for them to be like, you know what, if I have Keisha to hold my hand and mentor me through this, I can do this. This sounds awesome. And they have a whole community behind them to back them up. So I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I'm fired up. I love everything that you guys said. If you guys have any questions, let us know. Amber, is there any last thing you want to say before we go?
Yeah, just get back with whoever invited you to the call. Let them know what you learned. There will be a recording of this call as well. So if you want to rewatch it or share it with somebody, you can access that. Just reach out again to whoever invited you, and we can make sure to get you access to it. But yeah, I'm so thankful that I did say yes to this opportunity, even though I did have some hangups. I hesitantly just kind of jumped in, and it has brought me so far in just 18 months. And people are constantly telling me, you've grown so much as a person. And to me, that means everything. And I'm so thankful that I have the opportunity, and I'm grateful that it kind of just fell in my lap.
I will say, I've known Amber for over a year.
Yeah.
Right. And from when I first met her in Colorado to now is a completely different person. She was timid, shy, hid in the bedroom. I'll never forget. She was like, I don't even know why I'm doing here. I'm like, just be, just show up, just come down to the meetings. It will all work out. And now she's hosting calls and leading women and empowering, inspiring them. And I'm like, you're a completely different person. The shift for me is probably the most rewarding thing that I've ever had or done within this business. It's not the money, it's not the stuff. It's honestly seeing you win. It's seeing you change your family's life, change your life, and really becoming a better person, and watching the ripple effect and domino effect that you've had. So I love you, girl. Appreciate you. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Take care. And if you have questions, just reach out to the person that invited you and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.